Hello, thank you for joining me on this week's episode of Sermon from the Kitchen. Please, if today is your first day of joining us, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification button so that when next I upload a new video, you will be alerted. Please also like, share, comment, and the Lord bless you. And on this week's episode, we'll be learning how to make meat pie. Good quality meat pie. I will be sharing with you some secrets to making good quality meat pie. My vision of Sermon from the Kitchen is to help you be a better home cook, and my other vision is to help you be a better Christian, a better believer, living the victorious life. As we cook, we draw out one or two sermons from the scriptures or even life lessons. So let's start right away. Making meat pie consists of two things. One, the making of the dough and the making of the fillings. The dough and the meat pie fillings. I want us to start with making of the dough. So in a bowl, I have 8 cups of sieved all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon baking powder, already sieved, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt. These are the dry ingredients. Now we want to add in our wet ingredients. 250 gram butter. You can use salted or unsalted butter. So what you do now is to mix in the butter until you get a crumbling texture. It's time to get messy. With the aid of your fingers. Done. So this is the crumbling texture we are looking for. Sandy crumbling texture. Next we're going to need 2 eggs. Mix the eggs together. Done. Make a well at the middle. Add the 2 eggs. You mix again to form a dough. 1/4 cup of cold water. The secret to a good meat pie dough is the coldness of the water and the butter. Now you mix all to form a dough. Another 1/4 cup cold water till you get a dough. Done. So now you clean film or with a kitchen towel. You allow it to rest for about 30 minutes in the fridge. That is the secret to a good meat pie dough. So allow it to rest for 30 minutes. As we allow our dough to rest in the fridge for 30 minutes, you clean up your working surface. And of course you wash your hands. As we wait for our dough to rest in the fridge for 30 minutes, I want to prepare the fillings. Your saucepan on the fire, 3 tablespoons vegetable oil or olive oil as preferred. Our oil has heated up. Add 1 large chopped onion. Fry it translucent. That will take about 3 minutes. This is 350 gram minced meat. Break it down and saute till it changes color from the bright pink to about brown. That should take about 6 to 7 minutes. Half teaspoon dried thyme, half teaspoon curry powder, Give it a good stir. The aroma is just yum yum. To add 1 large diced potato. One large diced carrot. Give it a good stir. One cup of water. Give it a good stir. One seasoning cube. Give it a good stir. Of course, we want our fillings to be tasty, so that we have a very tasty meat pie. Allow it to simmer for just 5 minutes. Here I have 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour mixed with water just to dissolve it. Mix until you have a smooth paste. Add on to the filling, and the essence is to thicken it, to bring everything together, and also to make our meat pie moist. So the flour and water acts as a binding agent, bringing together the minced meat, the potatoes, the carrot, kind of holding them together. And that reminds me of Proverbs chapter 6 from verse 16 to 19. Verse 16 says, "These 6 things does the Lord hate, and the 7th one is an abomination unto the Lord." Do you know what the 7th one is? The Bible says, "He that causes discord among brethren." Just like the batter, which is the flour and water, holds the fillings together, so also are you somebody that brings people together, or you're the one that causes discord? You're the one that causes strife amongst people in your local assembly. Are you the one that causes discord? You cause chaos in the local assembly. In your family, are you the one that causes discord? You bring people's heads together, you match people's heads together, you cause rift in families. In that marriage, are you the one always causing discord? In your place of work, in your business environment, even in your neighborhood, do people know you as someone that causes discord? Or are you a unifying factor, just like the flour and the water that brings the feelings together? Do you bring people together, or you cause discord? So you can see our meat pie filling, the water and flour, which is called batter, has brought them together. You know, there are some meat pie you open and everything just scatters. So the secret to not having that is by mixing water and flour and adding to your filling. Let's give it about 2 minutes to simmer up. Our filling is ready. Pour into a flat surface so that it cools down, because we cannot use it while hot. It has to cool down. Now we want to get our dough. It has rested for 30 minutes. Cut into portions. On a clean surface, sprinkle some flour. We are going to roll out our dough so that it doesn't stick to your working surface. Make sure your working surface is clean. I'm using a board. Roll it out, not too thin nor too thick. Nice. This is what we want. You can use your meat pie cutter. If you don't have, you can use any bowl to get the round shape. You cut out with your knife. That is if you don't have a meat pie cutter. This is what we want. Nice. Remove the excess. With the tip of your fingers, just apply water around the edges so that it can seal properly. Next, we want to add our fillings. 2 spoons is just perfect. You can see how moist it is, not dry. You flip over, cover. As you cover, you press down. Yeah, you can even use your fingers like this to seal the dough, or you can use your fork. So you poke the top for escape of heat. Beautiful. You do the same. Close it up. Poke with your fingers. If it's well closed with your fingers, you don't even need to poke with a fork. So we are going to do different designs. One poked with my fingers, and the other one with a fork. But make sure it's thoroughly sealed. Then poke the top. Get your baking sheet. Make sure it's well greased. You can grease with oil, butter, so that by the time you're done baking, your meat pie comes out with ease. So line it up with oil. So I'll line it up with attachment paper for easy baking. There goes in our first set of meat pie. Wow, looking so nice. Done. Okay, next we want to egg wash our meat pie. Just 1 egg with the aid of the kitchen brush so that it comes out well glazed. In catering, this is called egg washing. Done. So next you want to preheat your oven. Now we want to bake our meat pie at 180 degrees centigrade for about 25 to 30 minutes. There goes in our meat pie. We're going to bake for about 25 to 30 minutes at 180 degrees centigrade. Now we want to check on our meat pie. This is about 25 minutes. Wow, beautiful. You can see that golden brown color. Our meat pie is ready. While it's still piping hot, just apply oil so that it can glaze, give it that shiny golden color to avoid it looking dry. You know, there are some meat pie you see, they look very dry even before the texture itself. So apply oil while it's still piping hot to give it that glaze. And as I apply the oil, I'm reminded of the grace of God. You see, when you glaze the meat pie by applying this oil, the meat pie doesn't look like what it has been through in the heat. So also, when the grace of God is upon our life, we don't look like what we've been through. When you go through the fire of life, through challenges, the storms of life, but because of the grace of God, you don't look like what you've been through. The Bible says, though you go through the waters, through the fire, it says, I am there with you. God bless you. Yeah, you want it to cool?
Hi, sweetheart. Morning.
Morning.
It's lovely.
Wow. Thank you. Meat pie can be used for breakfast with tea, just to break that your usual conventional breakfast, that is tea, bread and egg. You know, you can always have meat pie with tea. It can also be used as snacks. It can be used as small chops during cocktails, parties or get-together. It is tasting time. Now we want to see how flaky our meat pie is. Wow, look at the filling, creamy. There are some meat pies you open up and they just fall apart. But one of the secrets I told you is mixing flour with water and adding to the filling. Then it's very flaky, not hard. Can you see? My fingers can even go through it. There are some meat pies you eat very hard. You feel like throwing away the dough and eating just the filling. But this is not the case. Both the filling moist and the dough flaky, just like cornflakes. It melts in the mouth. With this, we've come to the end of today's edition of Salmon from the Kitchen. How to make good quality meat pie. And we've also learned picked a salmon, how not to cause discord amongst people, how to be a unifying factor, bringing people together, and how the grace of God glazes our lives. Please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not done so. See you in my next video by the grace of God. Bye.